I have this weird thing where I feel like I can't take a sip of my drink until I'm actually talking. I don't know why that is, but for some reason, it feels like, it's my stream beverage and the stream hasn't really started yet until I actually am on the microphone. I don't know, it would feel like a waste. It would feel like a waste to be sipping when it's not audible, you know? I don't know why, but all that to say, I really wanted to take a sip of this coffee, but I didn't do it until just now. But it's good. It's very, I need to remember, I think I brewed, this is cold brew that I think I brewed for like way too long. So it's extremely strong. It's much stronger coffee flavor than usual. I either need to use less coffee or more milk. This ratio is not bad, but I don't think it's quite it. It's not quite it. It's not quite there. Sometimes when I make cold brew, it tastes weirdly like chocolate milk, and I really like it. I don't know why. It's weird, but it's good. But it's good. I don't know why I said that like I'm in an action movie. I didn't mean to. Anyway, there we go. What up? How's it going? How's everybody doing? Good evening. Welcome. I forgot to say that this time. What up, Stone? What up, Badman? What up, Grinner? How y'all doing? You want a sip of the coffee? It's. Are you sure it's late and it's very strong? I don't know if that would be. I don't know if it would be responsible. I guess if it's just a sip, you can have just a sip. Okay. I can destroy my body with too much caffeine and staying up too late, but I can't let you do that. Oh, okay. Steak and mashed potatoes. Damn, that sounds like a fine meal. I like a nice potato with my steak. But usually I have sweet potato. You like a nice baked sweet potato. Hold on, wait till I'm actually in the art, then I'll pick a favorite. Then I can put it on screen. Also, should I be reading that pick a favorite as like a game show style? Like pick favorite. And then like the crowd starts clapping? Or is it more of a threatening, like pointing at me with each word? Pick a favorite. Pick a favorite. Is it supposed to be like that? That's the game show one? Okay, that's a lot better. I just had to make sure. I wanted to make sure I got the proper intention behind that message. You hate coffee. Why did you want any in the first place then? I warned you that it was especially coffee-ish. I warned you that the essence of coffee was extremely high in this beverage. You want to drink what I drink? No, you don't. You don't want to drink any of the things I drink. Except for tea. Tea's good for you. You should drink tea. And water. I do drink a lot of water. The other stuff, though, you should probably mostly avoid. I guess you could spring... I mean, I drink milk sometimes. That could be good for you. Fruit juice, debatable. I drink V8 fruit juice, which, you know, it's fruit juice, so it's got a lot of sugar in it, but it's also got a lot of vegetable in it. I don't know if they add sugar to V8. I'm not sure if it's one of those no added sugar juices, but I don't know. If they don't, they should think about it. Because adding sugar to things usually makes them better. So. The weighted companion stone will never threaten to stab you, but in fact can speak. Okay. Will it? So it will never threaten to stab you, but that doesn't mean that it won't just stab you without a threat beforehand. That doesn't mean that it won't suddenly stab you without warning. That could be a good joke. I feel like that could be a good joke in a video game where they say that, you know, something will never threaten to hurt you, and then at some point in the game it just starts hurting you, and it's like, well, we said it would never threaten to do that. We didn't say that it wouldn't just start doing it without a threat. You bought a ritualistic dagger? Why? That doesn't seem like a good thing to have. Yeah, that's me giving the peace. That's me throwing up the peace sign as I get stabbed in the brain 57 times. That's how I'm gonna go out. With a perforated skull. Did I see the enhanced infrastructure of the widening shaft? I don't think so. I don't believe I did. Actually, wait, I should open this now, just so that it doesn't scroll. It doesn't get scrolled into oblivion while I'm here yapping. I have not checked the Discord recently, so. Surely 67? Why 67 specifically? Is that one of your favorite numbers? I know that you've said them many times, but I truly cannot remember what they are. I feel like I should be allowed to say the word oblivion without, it is? Okay. I feel like I should be able to say the word oblivion without invoking an Elder Scrolls reference, but maybe that's just me. I guess I did say scroll. That's true. Never mind. I feel both more energetic and more tired since starting the stream. I don't know how to describe it. The stream both perked me up and made me realize how tired I am at the same time. I don't know how that happened, but that's currently what I'm going through. It might be. That happened. That apparently is a real thing that some people have. I don't know what the name for it is, but some people have like a condition or whatever, or like whatever about their biology, that caffeine and stimulants actually have the opposite effect. They have a soporific effect, I believe, is the proper term for something that makes you sleepy. It is soporific. Sometimes I do feel like that when I drink a coffee. It makes me feel more tired. At least for like when I start drinking it or I'm in the process of drinking it. That you get the soporific effect from stimulants or something else. Something else about those conditions. It does indeed relax you. And your favorite number is 71,063.08. Did you just make that up or is that real? Did you just make up that number or is that a real number? I don't know. I just wasn't exactly sure what that sentence meant. I was like trying to clarify. Like, you don't have to grill me on it, okay? You could just say yes. You don't got, it doesn't have to be like a whole thing, okay? We don't need to do a cross-examination on this. You could just say yes. All right? It's your number? Okay. I did see the Unicron comment. I just don't have anything to add to it. As a non-transformer, I was trying to think of a good way to say like I was trying to think of like a good way, like a pun for like Transformers fangirl, and my brain went to trans femme, and then I was like, that's already means something else. Unless I've just gotten it wrong this whole time. Unless that term has really been referring to female Transformers fans this whole time and I just didn't know it. I just assumed that it meant something else. I don't know. Anyway, what did we do last night? Oh yeah, we played Odin Sphere. We returned to Odin Sphere. We went back to the sphere. I do like that game. It is fun. It is enjoyable. I think we're nearing the end. We got to do Velvet Story, and then there's some stuff after that. But like I said, I don't think I ever got to the stuff after that when I was a kid, so I don't know how long it takes to do that. But I don't know. I hope the playthrough's been okay so far. I know it's kind of a long one, but I've been enjoying it. I think they've been good streams, so yes. The lady with the stockings, exactly. 80s robot cartoon, typical flashing lights. Oh, okay. Classic seizure lights. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's really flashing. Whoa, this looks kind of cool. Maybe I should be a trans femme after all. I'm kind of into it. Yes, I know what we're playing after. I know what we're playing after Odin Sphere. In this situation, that little angry, that little devious face is definitely warranted. What up, Yak? How's it going? Stop it. You and Bedman both now. Shut up. It's a very normal amount of time. It's a very normal amount of time to not hear from someone. It's okay. That was a lot of flashing lights. I think I can handle that though. I feel like I'm getting more sensitive to it as I get older. I've noticed that I'm becoming more sensitive to loud noises and bright flashing lights as I get older. I don't really like them too much. anymore. They bother me. You're gonna work more on the shaft? Okay. But yeah, I don't know if I have anything else that I can use to delay getting to the artwork any longer. I wish I did, but I don't think I do. And we're just gonna be, I think we're gonna be working on the same thing that we were working on last time, which is just more of the Yume Niwa stuff. There was something else I wanted to do, but I didn't end up. I wasn't ready. It wasn't. I didn't prepare it in time. I went back and I was uh redesigning, or not redesigning. I guess. I guess it's kind of redesigning. It's a slight redesign. It's more of just a redraw of an old character. But as it turns out, my art style has changed. As it turns out, my art style and my drawing ability has changed quite a bit in the years it's been since I drew this character last. So it took a little bit more effort than I was expecting. So I didn't quite get there. Actually, when did I last draw this character? Uh 3 years ago. Just shy of 3 years ago. Damn, that's a long time. You know it was a long time because most of these files are from Paint Tool Sai. Back when I was using Paint Tool Sai. Damn, 2021, huh? That's crazy. That's actually not as long ago as I thought. That actually kind of makes me feel a little better. For some reason, I was thinking that this was like, I don't know, like in another lifetime, like 5 billion years ago, but it really wasn't. I mean, 4 years is a long time, but it's not like, you know, such a ridiculously long time. It's not as ridiculously long as I was expecting, you know? So that's cool. I like hearing that. I like knowing that. And yeah. Damn, this looks really bad. This looks pretty awful. I'm really glad you can't see it. Otherwise, you'd be making fun of me. Anyway, what do I want to listen to tonight? I don't know. I don't have a great idea. I know that you already make fun of me. It's only really it's only really if the art gets made fun of that I don't like. That's the only thing that really bothers me. That's off limits. Everything else is kind of whatever. Everything else, not a huge deal. But making fun of the artwork, I don't like that. Nobody really does that, but if they did, it would make me sad. So, don't. Unless your goal is to make me sad. In which case, also don't do that. Don't have that be your goal. That's not a good goal to have. I don't know why you would want such a thing. I don't know why you would be watching the stream and also want such a thing as to make me sad. Lights does sound like a good idea. You're spacing out? Don't worry about it. I wasn't saying anything important. I was saying you're allowed to make fun of me if you want to. As long as you're not making fun of the artwork. I guess that is relatively important. I guess as far as things I say go, that one's like... probably that's more important than most of the things I say. Let's see, how's... Ooh, the chat was a little wacky. The chat was looking a little wacky. Anyway, yeah, we're working on more of this. I think this is a good way to motivate me to actually work on certain game projects. Is if I just consistently work on them on stream, then I'll always get like at least a little bit done. Working on Spit and Shine, working on official assets for Spit and Shine is a little bit too arduous right now for me to want to do it on stream. But hopefully once that gets more, I don't know, if I can take the pressure off myself a little bit with that, then maybe. Okay. That's all I was saying. That's all I was saying. Um... So yeah, I think, yeah, we still need to do top left, and we still need to do completely facing away from the camera. We still need to do northwest and north. Yeah. Actually, wait, no, I should be naming these based on the directions. That's a lot easier. Well, it's got 8-way movement. It's got fluid, octagonal movement. That's the first major improvement over, most Humanity fan games. Is that it's not just 4-way movement. Which I guess isn't really necessarily an improvement, but, you know, I think it is. Well, not full 3D, but... Hold on, my carpet is, like, fucked up. There we go. Oh yeah, the faces. Hold on, I want to get a little artwork done first. I'll drag the faces in here. I'm gonna tease it as much as possible. We're gonna edge the faces as much as possible. I have no idea how this is gonna look when it's actually in motion, so I hope it looks good. Some amount of floodlights. That's good. That was quick. You prefer I didn't phrase it like that? Why? What do you mean? What was wrong with my phraseology? I did have, speaking of my phraseology, I did have other artwork that I could have worked. I did have other stuff that I was working on. I was working on some more art of myself just because it's easy. It's easy to use art of myself to get back. I was trying to get back into the swing of drawing. And I was drawing more artwork of myself. And it was not intended to be not safe for work, but then it rapidly I had two different directions that I was being pulled in, and I ended up going into both. I ended up doing both. So it ended up becoming something that I actually can't work on stream. So you'll have to wait for that. Or maybe you'll just never see it. I don't know. I think we're going more for like druid. I think we're going more druid-esque. Although they could really be whatever you want. It's not super well defined. Oh yeah, I have seen that. That's the new Discord pic. I don't know. Maybe I'll post it to the Discord when it's done. I don't know. Is that different? I could have sworn this is it. Although I guess both are quite small, so. I don't know. I do feel weird about posting that. I feel strange about posting that kind of stuff to the Discord, I guess. I don't really know why, but I guess it's just like discussion. I know, no, I mean like, I know, I'm not saying like for other people's sake, I'm saying for my own sake. Also, what up, picture? Like, I don't know, it would be weird for me for people to comment on it, I guess. Like, if you didn't want to see it, then you obviously could just like not click on it. Yes, those would be the two other places. Exactly. Those would be the two other places. That and I'm still thinking about uh resurrecting the Fur Affinity account and posting stuff there again. Just because it's another place to post stuff. But I don't know. I want attention, but I don't know if I want that kind of attention. I mean, I do want that kind of attention, but it's bad for me. I don't think that the no, I guess it would be like no, I think you would just wouldn't see this. If she's like facing or if they're like facing this way, you just wouldn't see this. I don't know. I guess you never know until you try. I guess you never know until you try. I guess the only real danger would be like, I don't know. People would be like, I can't believe that you would post this filth. I don't want to see this. I can't believe you would do such a thing. My mental image of you is ruined. But I don't think anybody thinks that way about me. So yeah, it's the meme song. It's the song that became a meme. Don't you love it when bands that you really like that make good music become a meme and then everybody starts to hate it because they hear it a billion times completely out of context? That's my favorite thing. That doesn't happen a lot to stuff that I like, but I remember I was like, really, Duster of all things became a fucking meme song? They got a meme song? Why? Oh, okay. I'm excited to see the Shaft when it's finally finished. I love me a good Shaft. Oh, okay. They do look very similar on a small scale. Hold on, there's a hot deal alert. 50% off core on DeviantArt. That's awesome. That's so sick. Look at all these tables and charts. I can click the AI button so many times. Some people stereotype you as prudish. I mean, I don't think you're prudish. I think you're just like not a fucking sicko. I think you're just not a sick freako. Which some of the sick freakos out there would say that anybody who's not a sick freako like them is prudish. But that's true. It is as far as I know. I could be wrong about that. I would be shocked to learn that I was, if that were the case. You would have done a very good and also kind of pointless job of hiding it, if that were the case. I think this needs to be a little more centralized, I guess. I say sick Freako in the same tone as Glub Shido. What up, Dolm? Is there a specific tone in which people say Glub Shido? I wasn't aware. I'm not often saying Glub Shido, but oh yeah, what did I see earlier? Oh yeah, I started reading Gachi, how is it? It's Gachi Akuta. I think that's how you say it. It's a mishmash of Japanese syllables that I can't quite remember the order that they go in. Yeah, Gachi Akuta. I started reading that and it's good. But one of the author's notes at the end of one of the volumes, one of the author's notes was like, I imagine all of my characters to be like upstanding, decent people, but when I actually draw them, they look like weirdo freaks. So I've just had to accept that that's what they are. I thought that was very funny. Thought it was Glup? It might be. They're probably two different people. There is a tone in which one must glub shit. I see. How does one glub shit? Oh, okay. I see. You learn something new every day. I don't know. This is fine, I guess. I don't really give a shit. That's supposed to be what this whole thing is about, is me not giving a shit. Or at least giving less of a shit than I usually do. Not giving a shit, but giving a healthy amount of a shit. I normally give too much of a shit to my own detriment. So this is more about learning how to give less of a shit. Anyway, what does this fucking thing look like when they're facing forward? Okay, so this would be up here and this would be down here. I see. Wait, I'm doing the wrong fucking thing, aren't I? This is not northwest. This is just straight north now. Fuck me, dude. That's not correct. Fuck me in the ass. I did it wrong. Shit. Elevators are a pain, I can imagine. Yeah, we don't have to speak of it ever again. I'm surprised it was even spoken of at all. I don't think the plan was ever to make this character pink. I think they always had dark skin. At least the concept art had dark skin. Where is the concept art? Don't open something I'm not supposed to. I guess I haven't opened this in a little while. Where is it? Where are the pictures? Show me the pictures. Wait, is this like... Where is this? Oh, it's over here. Under a different code name. Well, I guess now I have to change what the hat looks like too, because that's not the proper angle. You know what? We'll copy the hat. We'll change this to north, and we'll copy the hat, and then we'll fucking have a wonderful life. Everybody will have a great day. I think there is something wrong with me. When are we gonna blaze it up in Lethal League? You have to invite me. You gotta tell me when you want to. That's that's part of the vampire lore that exists in real life too. That's a real true fact about me. I have to be invited in to do things. I have to be invited into your space, otherwise I'm not I'm not allowed to enter. Wait, what did I do? Oh, I did this wrong. Wait. No, wait. Yes? Wait, what am I doing? No, this is correct. This is correct. I don't go AWOL. What are you talking about? You're nearly done with Freeman's Mind 1? Okay. Some of the one-liners are kick-ass. I mean, you can invite me. That doesn't mean that I'll go. I'm just saying that I won't go without the invitation. Oh, yeah. I missed the Pythania streams. They were good. I mean, most of the time they were good. I think that's one of those streams where it's like, this is the big problem that I have with streams. This is like probably the main reason that I don't watch a lot of streams, is that most of the people that hang out in Twitch chat are fucking dweebs and I don't like them. And they bother me. Present company excluded, of course. The reason that it's okay on my stream is that if somebody's being a dweeb, then I'm just mean to them and they usually leave. I can filter the chat to my preferences when it's my stream. When it's somebody else's stream, I can't really do that. And I don't really jive with most of the chatters. So I'm having real difficulty speaking tonight. You don't have to shoot at Claire or send out a you can just message me. It's okay. Did you try that? I don't think you tried that yet. I don't think you've tried the path of least resistance yet. I am not a pay to have a parasocial relationship streamer. Although, if you do want to pay me to have a parasocial relationship, I'm okay with that. I can't guarantee the parasocial relationship part, but if you would like, if giving me money helps you think that I like you better and allows you to feel more parasocial, and that's what you want, then by all means, go for it. Bournemouth? Bournemouth? Whatever fucked up way you're supposed to say that. I've never been to the UK. It's the lucky ones that die, and there be a lot of luck going around today. Okay. Does Freeman have an accent like that? I didn't know. Oh, okay, I was about to say, why is he speaking like that? There we go. But he should have to do that. Remind me of New York, but cleaner. Oh, so it sucks. It also sucks. I'm not a fan of New York. New York is way overhyped. I will also say Yak didn't say clean. Yak said cleaner than New York. Yeah, why not take a visit to Glue York? I don't know. I don't like how this looks. I didn't say that when did I say that I despised anybody? Sometimes Bedman, I feel like you want. Sometimes Bedman, I feel like you want me to despise you with the way that you talk. It's the UK's New York, in your opinion. Okay, but you've only been there, so you have no perspective on other places in the UK. You've only been to London, so you can't exactly say much about the rest of the UK. Yeah, I don't know. What would this hat look like from behind? I guess it would just kind of like go straight up. Because if it's tilting this way, it would kind of like it would just like taper off to a point earlier and like widen out earlier, maybe? I don't know. I'm really bad at drawing. I don't know if you know this, but I kind of suck at drawing. You may not be aware, but you want me to? Well, I do, Bedman, so you don't have to worry about that. Ooh, that looks cool. I'd like to go there. I'd like to get some handmade artisan chocolates. What else we got here? A glass company. The lunchbox, which has a two. That sign is too modern for the lunchbox. I don't like it. And then something else in the backward and N. They also have N. They got an N in New York. The Great Flesh Shambles sounds like a fucking analog horror creature. That sounds like an SCP. I shouldn't say that I suck at drawing. I'm trying to be nicer to myself. That's my goal. I'm trying to be nicer to myself. It's been a goal for an extremely long time, and it hasn't really panned out too well. But, you know, this is the positivity stream now. Remember that. An open air slaughterhouse and meat market. Okay. Making candy corn. Ooh. Is candy corn like easily makeable? I've never made my own candy corn. You're unreasonably happy? Well, that's good. I mean, I wish you were reasonably happy. But, you know, being unreasonably happy is not too bad. That's probably fine. You're very reasonably happy? Okay. The Great Flesh Slaughterhouse Meat Market. That's not as bad. I don't know, when I think of shambling, I think of like evil. I think of eldritch horrors and whatnot. Most good things don't shamble. And if good things are shambling, they're not in a good situation. It's just a bunch of candy syrups. I figured, but like, I don't know. It seems like it's making candy corn seems like a lot of effort for very little payoff. Candy corn's not that good. It's okay. If I were gonna invest time into making some type of candy, I don't think candy corn would be my number one. I can't imagine homemade candy corn tastes like significantly better than store-bought candy corn, but you know. Oh, okay. That's still pretty nice looking though. They have I was gonna read I was going to read the signs. I see tea rooms, but the very first one that I zoomed in on it just says blacks. So I was about to say they have blacks, which they do, but I also don't see any. I actually don't see any black people in this picture, so maybe they're all in that store right now. Wait, no, I think maybe. I can't tell. He's facing away from the camera. I think that might be a dark-skinned person somewhere in the background. I can't quite tell. I see one. And this guy on the right with an Italy magazine and a bag of trash, I guess. A bag of cigarette butts that he's about to go smack somebody with. You're gonna do so many mischievous things now? Don't. Oh. It's probably already gone. We have different views on candy corn. I didn't realize you were such a big candy corn fan. You've infiltrated an ALK Discord? Oh no. Don't do that. South and West. Okay. Don't do that. Don't make me have to moderate that place. Don't make me actually have to moderate things. I will be forced to take punitive actions. I can feel it. That leg looks a little too fat. That leg looks a little too fatty style. I don't like it. There we go. You know, the experience, I guess that's true. You have too much social anxiety for that? Me too. But I'm in there anyway. I guess that's it, because you wouldn't be able to see this, and you wouldn't be able to see the stitching. So... I guess that's that for this angle. No, no gaming tonight. I'm not doing any gaming. This is the hair, not the other part. No, I'm not doing any gaming tonight. This is not a gaming stream. And I'm usually too tired after the streams to do any gaming. The faces? Oh yeah, that's right. When this album's... I'll do it when I get back from the break. I'm gonna take a break when this is over, and this is the last song, so... Oh yeah, I also think I will be... I did save the... That looks kind of scary. I think I will be using this other skin tone because I realized that it would be fun to have I like unlockable color palettes. So I think it would be fun to have unlockable color palettes. So that might end up being used for one of them. No, I'm not gonna do that. Because then it will be like... Then it will just be like it'll just look like an out of place pixel or something. It'll just look weird. I mean, the character is open to interpretation, so maybe there is one there and it's so small that nobody notices it except you. It's not, it's less than a pixel big, so it doesn't show up on the sprite, but it's there. You get to crawl around in the damp darkness tomorrow? Why? For what purpose? To what end? Alright. And then there's a tiny bit of visible flesh. A tiny bit of visible flesh. Just the feetsies. You see it? Look, I'm not... Again, the backstory is open to interpretation. I'm not going to answer that question. That'd be defining too much. Help fix the plumbing. Okay. They walk around barefoot. I guess they do that. Oh yeah, the faces. That is true. No, I'm getting up to take a break. I'm not sitting here with a blank expression on my face, staring at the canvas. That's not my that's not my current goal. That's not my current objective. No, I'm definitely 100% not doing that. I can guarantee that's not what I'm doing. That's my guarantee to you. That's not what is happening. Hello, Bedman. You got back just in time for the break. That was fast. That was a quick bout of mischievousness. Do you want a hug? Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to hand out too many of those tonight. I'm feeling my energy dwindling. I can feel my energy fading. I had a bunch. I think the whatever was happening to me yesterday, whatever sort of energies were flowing, I think they've left my body. Whatever sort of cosmic rays I had absorbed, I think they've been expunged. I had some heavy dreaming last night. I did some heavy dreaming last night. And I think it got everything out. I think it worked its way out of my system and was expelled into the dream dimension as ether. Yes, heavy dreaming. I don't remember them too clearly. Well, I guess I do remember them pretty clearly. I didn't write it down because it would be a lot to write down, but I'll talk about that when I get back. I gotta actually get up. Alright. I'll be back in a few minutes. As soon as I... Yeah, okay. I'll be back in a few minutes. Alright, hold on. I didn't play a long enough song. I didn't quite finish my break time activities yet. You'll have to sit in silence for a moment. I know that it could have probably just put on another song, but you know. That game has story scenarios. I wouldn't have expected that. I don't know why. Doesn't seem like the type of thing that would have any type of story at all. Oh my goodness. I am losing it. I am losing my gosh darn marbles. And they're never going to return. They've scattered to the winds. They've scattered to the breeze. They shall never be recollected. Hello. Can't find them. They're gone forever. I told you. They've been scattered across time and space. That actually seems like it would be a great setup for like a that seems like it would be a great setup for I don't know, like a video game, but like with like you're going on like an abstract like psychological or spiritual quest to go find your lost marbles that have been scattered across time and space and alternate dimensions. Sort of like a little bit more of a zany uh Eastern Mind type scenario, you know? Like that guy was trying to find the missing pieces of his soul, but we just contextualize them as your missing marbles. You've lost your marbles and now you gotta go find them. You're gonna find them? Okay. You collect marbles. Well, hopefully you'd give them back to me if you do find them and not add them to your collection. I need those. Well, I guess maybe I don't need them, but they're nice to have. That doesn't make me not worry, actually, believe it or not. You saying that doesn't make me less worried. It's got voice acting. Is it good? How does it compare to the voice acting in Metal Wolf Chaos? That's my new bar for quality. Oh, okay, good. You know, I haven't played too much of it yet on this playthrough, but I've been replaying Persona 4. I originally played it on the PS2, obviously. Well, I guess that's not obvious because there's the rematch, there's the PSP version. But I'm playing on the Japanese dub because I don't think the PS2 version had the Japanese dub. I think a lot of Japanese games on the PlayStation 2 only had the English dub because there just wasn't enough room on the disc for both um, voice tracks, especially like super long games like uh, Persona 4. But I'm going in with the Japanese version. Uh, I think I like the English voice acting better. I mean, the Japanese dub is obviously good, but like, there's some characters that like Teddy's voice in the Japanese dub is like really fucking annoying. Like, I know that he's supposed to be an annoying character, but his voice is like so grating. I really don't like it, and that honestly might just be enough to make me prefer the Japanese or the English. It's that bad. It's just an English. Okay, so like narration voice acting. I don't know. I mean, I appreciate the advocacy on getting my marbles back, but I don't know how I feel about being referred to as a creature. That I might take some issue with that terminology. I don't know. Ah shit, I'm doing this on the same layer. Fuck. Fuck. Probably doesn't matter, but hey Minty, what's up? I think Bedman might still be in a state. I'm not in a state anymore, I don't think. Oh yeah, that's right, the faces. Let's see here. Well, I'm immediately drawn to this one. The blue mohawk is very striking. I can't tell if this is hair or a helmet. It could go either way. I don't know. I think I might like this one the best though. I think I might like this one the best. I don't know why exactly. I can't quite pinpoint why. They seem very they seem very real to me. Not that the other ones don't seem real, but this one feels the most real. This one feels the most like a real person to me. I don't know why. There's something about it. I get a strong sense of I feel like I get a strong sense of a soul. I pick one of the three white people on the page. Yeah, and am I not allowed to pick the white people? I didn't know that there was like you should have told me that beforehand. Is that a problem? If you didn't want me to pick them, you should have told me that before. I'm not a creature, I'm a specimen for viewing. That's worse. At least creatures have autonomy. Specimens don't. Or specimens believe they have autonomy, but they don't. I'd like to believe that I both. I'd like to. I mean, I do believe that I have autonomy, and I'd like for that to be true, but I don't know. You know what? That's making me think. This is a question that I have to ask. I have to ask everybody. You don't have to do it right now, but I'd like you to think about it. I'm trying to come up with a new outfit design. I'm trying to come up with a new outfit design that would be a main outfit. Because the current outfit was never meant to be. It was never meant to last as long as it has. So I would like everybody to come up with, you know, a couple keywords, like 2 or 3 keywords, you know, to describe me. Like if you were gonna add tags to me, if you were gonna add searchable tags to me. No, I mean like personality or vibe wise, not literally. That doesn't help. That's an extremely unhelpful answer. Not what I'm looking for. I meant to maybe give like a little bit of a jumping off point for me to start thinking about the clothes, because I don't want it to be like, I want it to reflect the actual personality, you know? I don't want it to just be like, because everything that I think of, I'm like, it would look cool or I like it, but I don't know if it really works, you know? What is this basilisk thing? I don't know this term. I'm not familiar with it. I feel like you've said that multiple times on this stream, and I don't really know what it means. I guess in some ways I am a slave to the artwork, though. You'll put heavy and intense thought into this? Okay. That's good. That's Matt. It was joke. Well, maybe I was overreacting as a joke. Did you ever think of that? Maybe I was also joking. Whoa, Matt's got a pretty killer fashion sense, I gotta say. I'm happy that I picked Matt. Perhaps a reference to Roko's basilisk. Okay. I was about to say I need a okay. The thing with an AI that suppresses all information about its sentience while enslaving people to work on it in secret. That sounds cool. I've never heard of this before. That sounds like a cool thing that I'd like to know about. Gothic Stoner. Arcane. Okay, I can work with those. I don't think Stoner really fits. I don't smoke weed, so I don't think I could properly be a stoner. But chill works. I do other drugs. I mean, I would never do anything illegal, so I do not, nor have I ever done anything illegal. So all info on its existence. Okay. Can I zoom in with the wizard druid's eye? Okay. Oh, that's right. This is faded. How's that? Is that close enough? I drunk. Nobody knows that's unsubstantiated. Those are unsubstantiated rumors, though. Roko's Basilisk isn't actually cool because it is a large motivating force behind the tech bro cultists in AI companies. Oh. I could wear that top. It's got exposed shoulders, so I could wear that top. It almost looks like the Merryweather Post Pavilion album cover, but like tiled. If it was that, I would definitely wear it. Can I wear that instead? It's basically the same thing. Wait, is Roku? I thought Roku's Basilisk just like a thought experiment, or is it like I thought it was like a short story or like a video game villain? Oh, it's a thought experiment. Never mind. It's kind of lame now. I thought it was like a thing, but it's not a thing. It's an idea for a thing. Wait, so why is this? Isn't this a bad thing though? I don't know. I'm reading this stuff like really quickly, and a lot of it seems kind of stupid. He shows it because of the shoulders. Okay, good. I can get back to work now, woman. See, I was saying yesterday that I like, even though it probably shouldn't matter so much, but I do enjoy being referred to as a girl on the stream because it's the only time that it ever really happens. For some reason, the phrase woman is more, it's judgmental enough. When it's used in that kind of context, it feels a little too, I don't know. It doesn't make me, even lady would be preferable, but something about the way it's being used feels a bit patronizing. I mean, I think the only way to stop it is to just like not do that. I don't think like I don't think you stop something by making it a reality, but I don't know. I'm not a tech bro. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm pretty heavily anti-AI. And when I was visiting my friends, there's one of them who's like, I wouldn't say that I mean, I guess he's like pro AI, but like he uses it for like his job and stuff. And it was kind of weird to talk to somebody who has that perspective. Like they really just like don't, I don't know. Like he was like, yeah, I use it to like compare like compare data and stuff like that, and then I get Chat GPT to like write emails to people, and I'm just like, I don't know, that seems like demonic to me. That seems like evil. It's sort of like brought into stark relief how like our culture is so fucked up that people value efficiency like 5 billion times more than they value like interacting with other human beings on like a real empathetic level, which is like, I don't know, it's evil. I don't really know how else to describe it. It feels satanic. Like if I can do my job for this, if I can do my job for this gigantic corporation slightly more efficiently, then it's worth destroying real human interaction and relationships. I don't know. It doesn't seem right to me. Mein Frau. Is that my girl? Is that what that means? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I was like kind of okay. Oh, I don't know if this is calming me. This is maybe a bit too much. This is not having a calming effect on me. Why do you feel terrible? What happened? That was a huge switch. I thought you were feeling super happy before. What happened? It's like a respectful term. Okay. I'll accept it then. No, it's okay. Like I said, you're allowed to be mean to me. It's okay. Look, you have multiple options. When you're gonna try to be mean to me and bully me and stuff, you have two options. If I fight back, you have to double that. I guess you've two options. You have to lock it in real quick. If I start to fight back, you have to you gotta double down. Otherwise, don't do it at all. If you're gonna back down that easily, then just don't even start it to begin with. I am in a receiving compliments mood, it's true. Well, I'm in a receiving attention mood. Just taps me to take massive amounts of data. Yeah, I think it would be, I don't know. I think there are uses for it, but I don't know. I guess I'm not even really willing to make that concession anymore. I used to be in a position where I was like, well, you know, it can have its uses, and I think there's good ways of using it. I think I have to just go full scorched earth policy these days. I've become radicalized. I don't think I can even make concessions anymore. I think I'm just full anti. I'm a full anti. I'm 100% hater. Even if it's unreasonable. Sing you a random lullaby? I told you I don't know any. I can't just sing you a random lullaby because I don't know any. Also, I kind of don't like the way this looks. I'm just gonna do straight line. Does this map calm? Let's find out. That one's okay. This one's better. This one's a much more... I don't know what the colors mean, but... Also, yeah. I don't know. It's like... I don't know. I think it's one of those situations where it's like... I'm sure that there's like, you know... In a morally perfect 100% upstanding global civilization with no bad actors in it whatsoever, then it would probably be fine. But unfortunately, we don't live in that reality, so it's probably bad. I think the scales are they're heavily tilted in favor of the bad stuff right now. And I don't necessarily think that convenience is a benefit. I don't necessarily think that convenience is always a good thing. I think you should have to work for stuff. And you should have to like learn things and like try to improve yourself as a human being. And there should be like a certain amount of friction in your life. And you should have to like think and reason and engage with the world around you. And I don't know if convenience that takes that away from you is a good thing. I think it's arguably a bad thing. I think that's arguably a negative for you, even if you don't think so. Also, thank you for giving me the pronunciation of Tetnal before I even had a chance to say it wrong. Oh, I guess that's what I read Tetnal first, but I guess that's what the first message was also about. But, you know. I made the palette go away. I didn't mean to do that. Ars longa vita brevis. Hey Seamus, what's up? What is Ars? I know that vita is life, obviously. Life is short, but I don't know what's long. Hideo Kojima was right again. I think he was right that time. I don't know how often he's been right, but he was right at least once. Is Death Stranding 2 any good? I haven't played it yet. I will at some point, but... Ars is art? Okay. That makes sense. I don't understand. I don't know what quote Hodi est means, or Hodie. It's probably just Hodi. I don't know. I've been avoiding Death Stranding 2 info. So, I mean, I don't have to... I live in such a state that I don't have to consciously avoid info anymore. It just doesn't come... It just doesn't come across my desk. But... I don't know how this image makes me feel. It arouses an unnameable type of It arouses an unnameable emotion within me, I guess. How is today? Okay. Kojima saying he didn't like how much people like Death Stranding so much, so he made it worse? Did he say that? I haven't heard that. But I'm glad you thought of me when you saw that. I think my favorite game dev story that I also, that I would like to ascribe to is when Itagaki was talking about Ninja Gaiden. He was like, we gave the original Ninja Gaiden to playtesters and they complained that it was too difficult, so I made the game harder. That's what I really want to aspire to. Hey, Pickle, what's up? I'm just not very good at naming them. Or maybe I just have a depth of feeling that's very hard to articulate. Maybe I just feel things on a deeper level that, you know, I feel things in such a way that human language cannot accurately describe them. Did you ever think of that? What about that? Also, this is a question that I've had for a long time. What exactly does Daijobu mean? Okay, like many Japanese words, it can mean quite a bit. I was wondering if that was the proper way of saying it, but it means a shitload of things, or a proper way of using it. Safe, secure, sound, problem-free, without fear, all right, okay. It's an adjective, an adverb, and a noun. So I guess you could use it as in any way that you like. That's not all right. That's not what I was trying to get at. What are you saying okay to? Can I craft a language to describe it? Make Petrichorin? I could try. Maybe not right now, but oh yeah, it does mean okay. I just wasn't sure if it was like how exactly, you know. I wasn't sure like if it was a phrase, if it was a verb, if it was an adverb, if it was a noun, but it's all of them apparently. So also, what kanji is it made up of? It was made up of weird kanji. Daijobu is, oh yeah, it's big, like measurement or height, and a person. Because I guess it used in its archaic form, it meant like a great man or like an ideal man or like a fine specimen of a man. So it was a big, tall man. And then it just eventually morphed into meaning, I'm doing all right. Someone once the Japanese language does kind of feel like that, where they just make things hard to understand because it's funny. Kojima said he felt it was too positive. He wants his game to require the audience to critically engage it, so he rewrote certain scenarios. Oh, okay. It was a short blurb of an interview that people have turned into a battleground. Yeah, that makes sense. Am I going to make my own language for the Torchiverse like Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls guy? I don't know what that is, but I mean I didn't know they were making a language for that. But yes, I have already started doing that. Well, I'm not doing it. I'm outsourcing that. I'm not doing that. But we have a language expert on staff. We're subcontracting a language expert. I'm not sure if you did, Stone. You are my sunshine? Okay, give me a minute. We're in the middle of a discussion right now. I actually feel like I think I need to check on my language expert now that I think about it. Last time we spoke, they were in a bit of a state, so... And that was a while ago. I gotta make sure that they're doing okay. Out of genuine concern as a human being, not out of business interest. Not out of business interest. I don't know. I think Seamus is making like they're making a Marvel Tokon joke, but also a Tolkien joke at the same time. I don't know. It's really bad. It's not funny. I think that's what Seamus is going for. It's a little too abstract to make sense, but I think that's all it was. No, Cat is not speaking me. Cat is not speaking me. Cat is not teaching me Swedish. Cat is not currently on staff. Unless you count emotional support as a staff position. But I don't know. I really do think it's just a J.R.R. Tolkien joke. And the fact that the word Tolkien kind of sounds like Tokon. I think that's all it is. I'm pretty sure that's it. But now we're all too aggressively ganging up on Seamus. So everybody calm down, everybody relax. Oh yeah, those are the elves. Oh yeah, I did see that. No, don't leave, Seamus. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. I'm sorry. Nice. I like the I like the lack of ability to smile. That's a nice little bit of world building squeezed in there. That's good. Yeah, see, this is exactly what I was talking about last night. This is exactly what I was talking about last night. If you ever feel the need to be aggressive towards another chat member, just redirect those emotions towards me. Just redirect those emotions towards me. I think the westerly pointing hat is too pointed upwards. I think that was a mistake on my part. I think the westerly pointing hat is pointing too up, and we need to correct this mistake. No, don't do that. That's the exact opposite of what I want. You have to, Minty. You have to. It's necessary for your growth as a human being. Also, shut up, Pickle. Westerly pointing makes sense. That's a good word order. Stop it. Shut up. Don't comment on that one. Don't say anything about that one. All right. Now I need to calm down. Also, I didn't realize there's weapons in this game. Are there like rival space engineering conglomerates trying to kill you? Damn, I had no idea. I guess it doesn't really matter. Wait a minute. I just remembered the whole point of this is that I'm supposed to not really be giving a shit. That's right. I almost forgot. Shit, I don't want to do that. That is not something I want to do. Enemies with the space military, okay. I'm not giving my brain a frontal lobotomy. I'm not giving it any type of lobotomy. As they say, I'd rather have a bottle in front of me than a frontal lobotomy. Which I do. Well, it's not in front of me. It's over there. But it's like slightly behind and to the left of me. Also, look, we scared away Seamus. They're never coming back now. That's what I'm worried about. If I say a bunch of stupid shit and get the chat mad at me and they leave, that's okay. I'm okay with that. But if other chat members do that, I don't like it. I want to spread positivity, not meanativity. You know? I want everybody to get along. No, it's not a PvP zone. This is a co-op stream. You'd rather have a Millie streaming than a silly memeing? That's not bad. That one kind of works. Although this stream isn't completely free of memes. The stream isn't completely free of memes. They're heavily discouraged, but it's not completely free. Is that still the chat rules when you click on the chat to type for the first time? I don't know if there's a way for anybody to check that. But I'm pretty sure that's the chat guidelines that come up when you click on the stream to talk for the first time. It just says no memes. You built your very own custom keyboard this weekend. On Monday. So almost an entire week ago. Now look who's saying stupid stuff. Now look who doesn't know how to talk, huh? It doesn't live up to the sticker on the lobby screen. I'd like to make a PvP game. I don't know what it would be though. I mean, I want to make a fighting game one day, but I feel like we got to work up to that. You were taken away unexpectedly. Did anything get sung? No, it didn't. What did you want? Hello, it's me. I say stupid shit. You are my sunshine, that's right. Alright, this album is almost over. I can try it. Once the song is over, I can try it. I really don't want to, but... we already permanently lost one chatter forever. So I have to do everything in my power to keep the rest of you around. No, I shouldn't say, I shouldn't make jokes like that either. That's not nice. What is this? Ooh, that looks cool. What do the keys on the right do? What do the emotion keys do? This looks like if you made an Xbox controller into a keyboard. That's what that looks like. Is that like is that a volume dial on the top right? That's cool. I'd like to have one of those. Which chatter left? Don't worry about it. Oh, okay. I think this should be more, I don't know, does this look northwest facing? Like it's facing this direction? Not really. I think it needs to be more like... it needs to be more over. I'm trying to be nicer to myself. I'm trying to be nicer to other people. I'm trying to be nicer in general. Oh, okay. They just have funny faces. No num pad equals no yum pad. True, you can't play Rogue or any of its derivative spiritual successors. I've only been streaming for 2 hours. It feels like I've been streaming for 16 years. Is that real? That can't be real. No, I guess like I guess the that this would be like all the way over here. I don't know, this is a lot harder than I thought. This is a lot more difficult than I thought. That looks kind of right. That looks kind of right. I don't know if it is, but it looks kind of right. Drawing is not easy. What's the meanest thing I can think of right now? Don't ask me to think about that. It's gonna be really mean. I'm trying not to do that. The meanest thing that I can think of right now is like really mean. I don't want to do that. You're gonna feel bad. It's gonna make you feel bad. It's gonna make me feel bad. It's only gonna make anybody feel bad. I'm not gonna do that. You're gonna get that coffee now? Okay. No, I don't want to say that. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna be mean. Coffee. I'm terrified that one day I'm gonna have to explain that to somebody because it's kind of just like, I don't know, it's like an automatic response. Whenever I have to say coffee or green tea out loud, I just default. Green tea especially, I default to green tea. And I'm terrified that one day somebody's gonna be like, what the fuck did you just say? Why did you say it like that? There's a lot of people that I could explain that to and it would be okay. But there's also a lot of people that I could explain that to and they'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? No, I'm not gonna do it because it wouldn't be mean to you, it would be mean to me. The meanest stuff that I can think of would all be directed inward, not outward. And I don't want to do that. That's the exact opposite of my current stated goal. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do it. You can't make me. I've explained this a million times. I don't know how many more times I can say it. I'm not the one to be mean to other people. Okay? I don't be mean to people. I'm the thing that people are mean to, if they so desire. Which it seems like a lot of people don't desire to do that lately. It seems like people aren't really thinking on those terms lately. So, what's the most Bedman thing I can think of right now? Probably Bedman. What is this? Oh, I like this thing. That's a cute little critter. Wrong answer? I don't think I can. Also, I don't know if there is a wrong answer. Maybe there's some answers that are better than other answers, but that was the most Vedman thing I could think of. I wasn't lying to you. I'm just speaking my truth. Can I sing to you now? I'm gonna be honest, I really don't want to. I really don't want to sing. I think I have like, I don't know. I don't know what you would call it. I think I have voice dysphoria as well. I think I have sonic dysphoria as well. I really don't want to sing. It's gonna be bad. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed of my singing voice. It's not gonna be good. You're not gonna like it. Tails has that. The Sonic the Hedgehog character Tails? I didn't know that. I didn't know that that was part of his character. He is oh, okay, that was I think I do need to get like a more accurate model or some kind of like some sort of 3D tracking going on. I think that would really enhance the stream. My voice is cute and nice and relaxing. I could maybe believe that it's nice and relaxing. I definitely don't believe that it's cute. I don't. I can't imagine that that's true. No, it's not. Stop it. Don't say that. Stop it. Stop it. I'm gonna have to run away. I'm gonna have to escape into the break very quickly. It's in a way where my denial makes it cuter. No, that's not. You can't say that. No, now what am I supposed to do? No, that's not. You can't do that to me. Because I can't accept. If I no, I can't accept it because that's not. It's not. I. Oh. I do have to escape. I gotta run away. I gotta escape. I gotta hit the eject button. I need to go compose myself during the break. I'll be right back. Or maybe I'll never be back. Maybe I'll just leave forever. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Okay. All right. I'm back. I think I've composed myself. I think I've managed to regain my composure. Actually, that's probably not true. As soon as I started to say that, I could feel it slipping away. I could feel my tenuous grasp on my composition leaving me like so much sand through my fingers. I don't know how to say this, like... I don't know how to say this in a way that really, like... I mean, I really mean it when I say it. But I'm not, like, putting on an act or anything. I'm not, like, playing it up for the camera. I know that you might think that. It might seem that way, but... I really genuinely don't know how to deal with it. When I get called cute and things like that. It's too much for me to handle. I don't know if I can believe it. I don't know if I can... If I can get used to it. Learn to handle it. You like flustering me? Don't say that. Look, you gotta do that carefully, okay? I mean that in a very real way. Don't abuse your powers, okay? Don't abuse your powers when it comes to that. I'm being 100% serious when I say that it's genuinely hard for me to handle. I don't want it to be, but it is. I wish it wasn't, but it is. No, I'm not gonna be able to keep streaming if you do this. I'm not gonna be able to keep streaming if you do this. I'm reaching my limit. I gotta take another deep breath. This is part of what I was talking about before, where I'm trying to be nicer to myself. And I do have difficulty accepting compliments and things like that. And feeling like they're genuine and like really being able to accept them. And I know it's not good. That's not a good way to be. And especially there's certain things that you could say about me that are more difficult for me to believe in than others, I guess. And I realize now it has been brought to my attention, I suppose, that, you know, that is kind of one of the ways that I could be a little nicer to myself. That is one of the ways that I could shift my thinking, I suppose. I'm very unnecessarily hard on myself. And I already knew that, but I didn't really want to, like, or I didn't really realize that that's probably another aspect of it, you know? And I'm trying to get better at it, but it's not easy. It's actually really difficult for me. And I don't even, like, I don't know. I don't even know how much anybody really cares when I talk about this kind of stuff. It feels very self-indulgent, you know? But this is a very self-indulgent stream, so I guess it's okay. No, you don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. If you really think that about me, Bedman, if that's really how you feel, truly, then I need to hear that. Then you should say that kind of stuff, if that's really what you think. Because I need to hear it. Even even if it's hard for me to accept it. Oh, you're back, Seamus. You didn't leave the stream forever. I'm glad. How was the ice cream? What flavor was it? What did you miss? Nothing. No, I'm not asking. Oh my god. Maybe this is a bad time to come back to the stream. Ooh, Oreo flavor? That does sound pretty good. That definitely would make me feel better if I had some Oreo ice cream. Cookies and cream is a top tier flavor of like anything usually. I am being very flustered right now. Believe it or not. It's been a very flustery series of events. That's my book series. A flustering series of events. Chainsaw Man, Superman, and One Piece. They were crazy good this week. One Piece was crazy good. I literally pointed at my screen and said, "Oh shit," out loud during the One Piece chapter. You know when. You know the part when I did that. I don't know. I don't know if I can do it, Bedman. I think I might be still too weak. I think I might be still too weak and too flustered now to do any singing tonight. I've already become extremely self-conscious. I think singing on top of that might be too much. I'm sorry, but I'll work on it. If you really want me to sing that badly, I'll try to work on it. I know, it was very unexpected. Also, One Piece spoilers. I'm gonna try to be vague about this, but potential One Piece spoilers. That little extra note about that character that we see on the final page of the chapter and their progeny. Did we know that already, or was that just like a crazy lore thing that was dropped completely unceremoniously? Because I don't remember that being the case, but it could very well be something that was just mentioned and I forgot about it. But did we already know that? Or is that like new information being given to us? Because I genuinely don't remember. We didn't know that. Okay. I didn't think so, because I was like, if this was confirmed information, I feel like I would have remembered. Alright, but yeah, that's like an insane thing to just drop out of absolute nowhere. So I was right. I was right to I was right to be like, wait, what? When I read that. Okay. You'll hear my lovely singing voice one day? Maybe. I need to get caught up. I need to reread Chainsaw Man from the beginning so I can properly get hyped for the movie. I have been reading, I did start reading manga again, though. I've read a bunch of Gachiakuta in the past few days. I'm enjoying it so far. I'd say it's very generic shonen right now, but it does it well enough that I'm intrigued. And the artwork is, like, incredibly good. The artwork is, like, amazing, in my opinion. I think it's worth reading for that alone. At least for me. It very much appeals to my sense of style. You're gonna lurk mischievously? Okay. That's how you would say it, Gachiakuta. That's not incorrect. I was about to say it gives me insane Soul Eater vibes. It's the most Soul Eater coded thing I've ever read in my life, and I love Soul Eater. Gachiakuta. It feels like very standard shonen right now, but it's very well drawn. I like the character designs a lot. And there's just enough intrigue to make me feel like it could really turn into something special. But I don't know yet. I think it's honestly just like when it takes place in like a fantasy world that seems like even marginally well considered, that does like a lot. When it's just like we're in Japan and I'm going to high school and there's weird paranormal creatures invading real life. Holy shit. It's like really hard for me to like it. I'm not saying those are automatically bad, but like it helps a lot when it takes place in like a real alternate world that has its own world building. We're in Japan. Exactly. Yeah, there's an anime now. One of my friends was like, we should watch it, and I was like, I gotta read the manga so that I can feel superior to the anime fans. But also I've seen it around, and I really did like the art from what I'd seen of it. So I did want to read it. But yeah, it's like shockingly well drawn for a weekly manga. JJK could never. I'm sorry, that was unnecessary. That was me being a little mean for no reason. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not being mean anymore. I think this is all of them, though. I think now we just mirror these. Are there anti-Asian allegations? I hope not. Those are very unfounded. Those are very unfair. VO is so tight and cunty. Don't say that. That might be true. I've not seen enough of her to say if she's cunty or not, but I don't like that pair of adjectives. Also, this is probably a bad time to ask this. This is probably the worst. This is probably the worst time to ask this. But the pair of adjectives made me remember. I'm trying to design a new outfit for myself, and I want people to think of adjectives to describe me. I need like a handful of adjectives to describe me, to give me direction. And I got one response so far. It was helpful, but I need more. You're back? That was a long coffee break. What do you mean, oh boy, here we go? Cock, not Asian allegation. What do you... Wait. Are you saying that there are cock allegations? What are the cock allegations? I'm on like chapter 20 something. I'll say I'm on like chapter 25. Rudo just got he just got officially recruited. We just met the boss of the cleaners, and he was like, I'm black and you're cool. You're a member of the cleaners now. And that was the last thing I read. It's like chapter 23, 24, or something like that. The alleged cock. I mean, it's not alleged. It's been confirmed. It's not alleged. You're about double of me? Okay. I'll get caught up, though. I do really like it. Sleepy? You agree on mystical. I do have an air of spellness about me. Okay. I can see sleepy. I feel like the current character design, or the current outfit, like, sort of embodies that. The expression definitely does. No, I've never gotten a blackout and exposed myself to anybody. That's never happened. That's not real. I'm a sleepy streamer? Okay. That's fair. I am often streaming while sleepy. Or do you mean watching the stream makes you sleepy? I'll keep that in mind. I've not gotten to Amo yet, but... This is my favorite Deafheaven song, by the way. So just one of my favorite songs in general, because I love Deafheaven. But both? Okay, that tracks. I think I've seen Solcesto before. I think I know what you're talking about. Or Solcesto, if it's Italiano. Yeah, I have seen this. It does look interesting. I kind of want to try it because I've seen it and I cannot parse the gameplay just from looking at it. I've seen it and I can't really tell how it plays just from looking at it. We gotta finish Odin Sphere. I got some shit lined up. I got some shit lined up that we gotta play. You're contemplating obtaining Deltarune? Have you played Undertale? That's the big deciding factor. Have you played Undertale? Deltarune is a great game. It's shaping up to be one of my favorite games of all time, but I think you might need to play Undertale first. I think you should play Undertale first. I don't think it's necessary to play Deltarune, but I think you will appreciate Deltarune like 5 times more if you've played Undertale. You played chapters 1 and 2 of Deltarune though? Okay, I see. Well then I don't know. If you liked chapters 1 and 2, chapters 3 and 4 are way better. I don't know if they're worth getting now. If you can wait, I would wait. If you don't mind not being on the hype train, I think I would personally wait until it's done or closer to being done to pick it up. But Schrodinger creature, somber beauty, lascivious, and Eepee. Okay. Let me just make sure I know what the word lascivious... I'm like 99% sure I know what the word lascivious means, but I just want to make sure I have the exact meaning. Feeling or revealing an overt and often offensive sexual desire. Yeah, that sounds about right. Don't say the exact same thing that I said as I'm saying it. Come on. I knew that it was something I knew that it was like sexual in a way, but I needed to make sure I knew exactly what it meant. Somber beauty is good. I like that. I don't know how to interpret Schrodinger though. I might need a little bit more elaboration on Schrodinger. Somber booty. I was about to say something that I shouldn't say, but I don't like it when people say that, so I think I have to say it now. I don't really have much of a chest. I think I do have a nice booty. I think I have a decent booty. Better than you would think. I think my booty and my thighs make up for the lack of a chest. They're not super impressive, but they're just enough. No, it's not a dumpy. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not a dumpy. It's not on dumpy levels. I need to attempt to do some artwork. What was the innovative art we were talking about before, by the way? What exactly are you referring to? This is the part. I love this. This little riff right here is really good. I do eat a lot of pasta. No, it's not on Germa levels. I could never hope to match Germa. So you used to live and breathe the I didn't address this before, but I meant to. You used to live and breathe the Undertale fandom, but you've never played Undertale, huh? Also, wait a minute, aren't you a huge Homestuck fan? You should play Undertale. I guess that's sort of like, when I say things like that, I'm a huge Undertale fan, so I should probably read Homestuck. I guess it goes both ways, doesn't it? Damn, I think I just got myself. I think I just got. You hate to see it. You absolutely hate to see it, but you watch dozens of playthroughs. Okay, well then you know the game. Okay, if you as long as you know Undertale, then you'll appreciate Deltarune a lot more. If you play Undertale, I have to read Homestuck. It doesn't work like that. I regret to inform you, it does not work like that. You can say that, but that doesn't make it true. I honestly don't give a shit if you play Undertale or not. I'm just telling you because I think you would like it. You can do whatever you want. Schrodinger's for my mysterious mind-prodding streams. Okay, so that fits in with mystical slash arcane. I get it. What was it before? I forget exactly what grinners were. Just agreed on. Okay, I see. It works like that due to your evil, cruel powers. I don't know. I don't know if your evil, cruel powers can overcome my contrarianism and my spitefulness. They might be able to. I'm not saying they can't, but if I were a betting bat, I would bet in favor of myself. In that situation. A lot of huge Aokichu fans, but have never read Tortureverse. Nobody's read the Tortureverse. They will one day, but they haven't yet. My contrarianism runs deeper than that, alright? I don't know, what do you think is bigger? The Undertale hate train or the Undertale fandom? Which do you think is more powerful? What did you miss? Nothing. Nothing important. Also, to go back to being called cute earlier, I think if it was anybody else that called me Alkichu, I think that might be ammunition that could be used against me. I think that might be high grade flustering material if it was anybody else. But the only people that call me Alkichu are Seamus and Picture. And I don't think that they're capable of getting me flustered. I don't think that they're capable of doing that. I think I might be immune when it comes to them. I'm not sure though. Yeah, now we need... Oh, wait. Okay. Sign of our platonic friendship. Yeah, I guess so. I guess that is what it is. Alright, this is all the directions, right? South, southwest, west, northwest, north, northeast, east, southeast. Yeah. The magic cue ball said nah. What did it say not? What was the question? I don't know what the question was. I don't know. Should I go back to the topic of being called cute and getting flustered? Or are we beyond that? I feel like I had more to say about it, but I don't know if it's important. You asked it if you missed anything? You also asked me if you missed anything, and I said no, and you didn't believe me? That answer wasn't good enough for you? You had to go consult the cue ball? You didn't trust me? I can't believe this. So yeah, this would be like up here, I think. Yeah, it would be higher up. I see. It's just easier to trust something that's guaranteed to tell the truth at all times. You mean me, right? When you say that, you mean me, right? My magic cue ball? I don't think so. I might be, but I don't think I am. I do think I might have to transition to the part of the art stream where I just yap. I do think I might have to transition to the part of the art stream where I just talk and I don't actually do art anymore. It's a little early, but I think I might be at that point. Part 1. So then what is the art? Part 0? Is that the prelude? But I don't know. I've done a lot of soul searching lately. I've done a lot of thinking lately. That was triggered by my trip back to go see my friends. I always want to say my trip back home, but I don't live there anymore, so it's not my home. It's just some place that I used to live. But I don't know, this is kind of, it's very difficult for me to talk about because it's like it probably shouldn't be embarrassing, but it is very embarrassing to me. It is very difficult for me to, I don't know, I try to like be as open as possible, but there's still certain things that I have difficulty bringing up. You're lagging? Oh no, that's not good. It doesn't look like it's on my end. Everything seems okay over here. I always get worried when people say stuff like that. I'm like, oh no, is the stream fucked up? But it seems like it's okay. I really don't think I'm that mysterious. I'm really not. But a full 2-minute delay. Damn, that's pretty bad. Well, I guess you'll just have to deal with it then. But I don't know. I'm trying to be more myself. I'm trying to be more like I don't know. I went to go see my friends back home. It's not my home anymore. I went to go see my friends back in the place where I used to live. And they don't know me as Alchemilia at all. Some of them used to watch the stream, but none of them watch the stream these days. And they don't know my stream persona at all. So to them, I'm like a completely different person than I am to you all. And I felt for a while like maybe I was growing more distant to them, but I don't know. I was able to slot right back into things pretty easily when I went back, and it felt good. I had a good time. I had fun. But it was still weird. It was still like I don't know, it made me question a lot of things. And it made me think about like who I really am as a person. And I don't know if I have a definitive answer to that question. And I think I'm getting closer. I'm trying to get as close as possible to figuring that out, but it's not easy. I don't know if anybody does. I think maybe certain people out there do, but I'm not sure. But I mean, this was like a big deal for me. I don't know how many people here remember this or saw it, but there is a turning point in the stream where I specifically asked to be referred to as a female on the stream because that's always who Alchemilia was to me in my head. That's always what things were supposed to be. And I felt weird saying it out loud. And I felt weird, like, I don't know. I don't want to say forcing, but it felt a little bit like forcing it. And there's people out there who don't think of me in that way at all. And it's hard for me to, like, I don't know, to even say it out loud feels a little bit wrong. Like I shouldn't even be acknowledging it. But in a lot of ways, I don't know if I even think of myself that way. I try to deny it, but it is real. It is true, and I know it's true. And that's sort of what I was talking about earlier, about like being nicer to myself. I want to really believe it, but there's still that little bit of doubt. There's still that little gnawing I don't know, cruelty towards myself that denies it. I mean, I don't think that it's entirely opposed to me. I mean, I don't know what me IRL is. I don't think that there's a divide, but I don't want there to be a divide, but I know that there is. There undeniably is. And I'm trying to figure out how to close that divide. I know, I'm trying not to do those things. I'm trying not to delay or deny or dispose. But it's really hard for me not to do that. I mean, I don't know. It does. It does make me feel more comfortable, but I don't want to think of it in that regard. I just want to be able to just like say that I'm a girl and like really mean it and like really feel it deep down in my soul, but I can't do that yet. I can't really do that. So that's partly why I get so flustered and why I have such a difficult time accepting compliments when people say that I'm cute or they have like nice things to say about me and they give me compliments in that regard, or I don't know. I know that people genuinely think of me in that way. I know that they're not just like, I don't know. I know it's true. I know it's real, but I'm like right on the cusp of being able to accept it. I'm right on the bridge, right on the border. And I also know that I probably shouldn't place so much. I shouldn't give so much weight to what other people think of me, but I kind of need that. I need that sort of motivation and that kind of like reassurance from other people to be able to do it myself. And it probably shouldn't be that way, but I'm not strong enough to do it on my own. I'm not self-assured enough to just completely get there by myself. It is a work in progress. But I know that it doesn't have to be. I could be there. I'm just not yet. Taking a brief moment of completely disregarding a small complaint. What does that mean? I don't know what that's referring to. Oh, okay. What's the small complaint? What's the small complaint? Maybe I need a breather here to gather my thoughts before I keep going. I think I know what I want to say. Just don't. Just stop paying attention to the fans. You know it's not real. That doesn't actually happen in the game. Nothing like that even comes close to happening in the actual game. You can just ignore that. It's not real. That's fake. That's propaganda. None of that is real. None of that is even. It's not even remotely in the game at all. You've allowed the fans to poison you. You need to go for a sojourn in the mountains and clear your thoughts, and then you'll be able to play Deltarune. Yeah, that's not like. I mean, no spoilers, but they don't interact with each other in the new chapters. it really doesn't matter. It's really not important. It's all fake. It's all made up. Speaking of fake and made up, to go back to what we were talking about before, that's kind of what it feels like to me. Just like all the time. I feel fake and made up. And I don't want to feel that way, but I'm having a hard time bridging that gap. No matter what I no matter what I think of myself as, it all feels false in a way. And I'm trying to get over that. But it's not easy. I'm so Keigo core, I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I'm trying to draw this together back into a thesis statement. I'm trying to draw this together into like some core idea, but I don't know if I can. That is also true. Everything is fake and made up in a very abstract sense, but I don't know if I want to click on this. What is this? I mean, it does kind of feel that way. I do kind of feel that way a little bit, but I don't know. I guess what I'm getting at is I I want people to be real with me. I want people to be honest, and I want people to be true. And I want this to be a place where you can do that. And talking about shit talking about certain things, like how a lot of the time I still doubt who I really am, and I still doubt that I even like that anybody could even like think of me as female at all is like, I don't want to say it out loud, but I do think about that kind of stuff. I do feel like a fraud in a lot of ways, and it's hard for me to address it. But I want to get over that. And I want this to be a place where people can like talk about that kind of shit and deal with it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say anymore. I do want this to be a place of real honesty and real positivity. I don't want fake positivity. I want real positivity. I'm losing it. I'm losing the thread. I can feel it escaping me. I can feel I'm grasping at the air. If I was in a ship of Theseus sort of situation where I had a couple parts replaced that made me have every female organ, would that remove the fraud thoughts from my brain? No. Because for me, it's not like a biological thing, I guess. I don't really think of it in terms of biology. Which I guess is maybe the answer there. I guess maybe that's like, I don't know. I mean, I feel it deep within my soul. I don't know. I don't think that that would really make a difference. I think if that did happen, I would probably find some new thing to complain about. I think if that did happen, I would find some different thing to doubt myself on. I think the real reason that I think of myself as a fraud is that I'm not very confident. I just want to be more confident. I want to. I'm like almost there. I'm almost there. I can almost feel it. All right. What is this now? Stop just posting images. I know. I know that's all it is. I'm just devaluing myself. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to be nice to myself. I'm trying not to devalue myself. I'm trying not to do that. I don't know. I hope everybody out there is doing okay. I think I'm way too deep in my own head right now. I think I'm way too deep in my own brain. I'm thinking too deeply. But I hope everybody out there is doing all right. Stop it. I know, I am doing the reevaluation loop without reason. I think I'm finally ready to break out of the reevaluation loop. I'm gonna switch over to the end screen, but I'm probably gonna keep talking for a little while. I'm probably gonna keep going for a little while. I guess what I really want to say is I'm really happy that I get to do this. I'm really happy that I get to get on stream and ramble on for hours and hours about stupid bullshit and be able to talk about whatever I want and keep going. And I hope people are enjoying it. I hope people are tuning in and having a good time. I feel like this is the place. This is my safe space. This is my comfort zone. And I feel a little bit bad. I feel a little bad about that. I feel a little like I'm taking advantage of people to make me feel better. So I hope you're at least able to get something out of it. I hope you're at least able to get something out of my endless waffling and self-doubt and questioning. I just really like streaming and it makes me very happy. And I hope that one day I can. I hope that one day I can be everything that you think I am. I hope that one day I can achieve that state of mind where all of that self-doubt is eliminated. And I think that's really like, I need to ask that of everybody. If I can be a little bit selfish, I will fully admit that this is entirely selfish. This is a purely egotistical desire. But if you really do think of, if there is a real Alchemilia that exists in your brain, if you really do enjoy the stream, and if you really do think of me as Alchemilia, as a male, I need you to keep reminding me of that fact. I need you to keep saying it to me until I believe it. Until I don't need it to be said to me anymore. It's purely an egotistical desire. It's purely selfish, but I need it drilled into my head. I don't know. I mean, you can do whatever you want. As long as you enjoy watching the stream, you can do whatever it is that you want. But I guess I can try to close it out in typical fashion. Thank you for being here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you all had a good time. This was an especially awful stream. This was a really bad one. I'm sorry. I went way too deep. I got way too in there. I apologize. But I hope you had a good time regardless. I will be back tomorrow. I will be playing more Odin Sphere, which is a good game. That I enjoy playing. I don't know. I think I need to go cry a little bit. I think I need to go have an emotional breakdown by myself in the corner. You're not gonna get me to cry on stream just yet. I've not been brought to tears on stream yet. You're gonna have to work a little bit harder to get that. Anyway. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. I hope you had a good time. And I will see you in the next one. Peace out.